Hi, my name is Rocco, and welcome to the Magic Bean. Come inside and show you, and I'll show you all the board games I have. So I have about 130 different board games here. You just come in and pick one off the shelf, sit down and play. I also have fresh sandwiches, espresso, I do lattes, cappuccino, cold brew. I also do fraps. I also have an Italian soda menu, soups, chicken dip. We're working on getting chili back. But yeah, it's a great time here. So again, my name is Rocco. Full name is Rocco Pompa. I moved here about 5 years ago up with to take care of my sister because she was sick. But I've also basically I've been around doing different jobs and stuff. I went to Pitt for a while, worked in Olean. So I've just traveled a lot, which kind of brought to the whole place. Like I basically I saw like different cafes, different board game cafes in different cities around the surrounding states, up in Canada. And I thought it was like something really fun. Like people could like-minded people could just meet, have coffee, have good food, have good fun. I mean, my interests are mostly just like video games, computers, like the fantasy stuff. Yeah, because like for the past few months we've had trivia nights, we've had like Harry Potter trivia, like Lord of the Rings trivia, like stuff like that I'm really into. And again, I wanted people, with that like-mindedness to come, because there's really nowhere else to go. I mean, you could try to meet online or try to meet elsewhere, but there's really no common place to meet. So, and I wanted to try to provide a place and a space for that to happen. So, the biggest thing that started this, I guess you would have to say, was during COVID. There's really a lot of it, like there's not much places to go, and people seem kind of bummed out, depressed, and I think a lot of places closed, and it kind of it's one of those things where almost like a renaissance time, like there's so much problems in that, and then you kind of want to, people like get more creative and try to solve problems. So the biggest thing to look at this, basically that was kind of the seed that started the business. So to raise capital for it, I basically worked, because I worked full time in Olean at the Home Depot, but I basically just worked overtime, and we actually got paid extra because we were essential workers in that. So we got the extra bonus pay, plus I got overtime. So I basically just raised capital that way as an entrepreneur. Like there's tons of ways to do it, but I figured that'd be basically my strategy. So I mean, normally like you go to a bank with your business plan and they would approve it, and you basically work back and forth, like change and do stuff like that. However, I've written a business plan, and they really wouldn't accept anything, only because there's so many, like at the time, like PPP loans and EIDL loans were a big thing, so they're kind of steering more towards that. They weren't really going to risk trying to do a startup in the middle of COVID. So so as as an entrepreneur, you got to kind of think and act like, well, if I can't go that route, which route do I go next? And another thing, kind of just to piggyback off of that, like guidance, the local SBDC is like great for people who want to start up. And I believe at least the McKean County area, is Clarion University is the one, and they'll help you with everything, like writing the business plan, legal help, accounting services, basically just any information you need to get started, they'll help you, and it's no cost. So there's no like monthly subscription or upfront fee. They're willing to help. So that's just a great resource. And so identifying my target market, the thing was like actually about 5 years ago, there was a similar store that sold like Magic the Gathering products and tabletop games like that. And so I met a lot of people through that way, because normally like to do your target market, you gotta basically go on foot and just ask people and ask around. This I kind of had an advantage. I already knew my target audience, my market. So, but on that note, I kind of knew what to get. like I said, I sell trading card games, tabletop games, but I also understood they like, like what. So if I'm playing here, like what would I like to eat? Like what would I like to do? So I have, like soda and energy drinks reasonably priced. Like a small menu, nothing crazy. So just something like quick food I can make, really good food. Um, Basically, it's carbs and sugar, just keep you going and playing. Um,
So I have to say, like the biggest challenge is just you just gotta keep asking yourself questions like how, like what do I need to do and where to find this stuff. Like I've gotten very lucky. Like basically, I've just on foot looking at different buildings, asking for people around like where I could start. I've actually even thought about like buying a house and trying to um, run it out of there. But it's just again with there's different licenses and different there's like zoning in town. So basically, kind of get like again back to getting the like the legal stuff, and how what your town offers. To serve food. I need to get food safe certified and also have an inspector come in. So that's just different. That's just starting the business that way. But again, it's just you just can't like start something and expect to do it. So we gotta at least follow the rules a bit. Yeah, another big challenge is as an entrepreneur, like a one-man show. You are like the one-man show, man or woman. Uh, I've just actually quit my full-time job to do this full-time. I'm open 11 to 10 every day, so when the hours are open here, I'm here. And there's just tons of stuff to do before and after that. You gotta catch up on your books, just clean up the cafe, just work on different marketing strategies. You basically do it yourself in the beginning, so it's a whole new lifestyle change. If you enjoyed free time, I would recommend being an entrepreneur. So, because your free time is dedicated to the business. The way I put it, like when you start a business, you have to get like an EIN and all this. So it's literally like a person, like it's your baby. You have to take care of it. You're going to be up all night, taking care of it and doing whatever you can to keep it alive. So it does. It takes a lot of dedication. But on that note too, find a good support group. Like my family has been very patient with me and very supportive. Like they've helped me paint. They've helped me. Actually, my sister helped me during the evenings at the cafe and during the day. So my brother-in-law helps. My girlfriend helps. So just find anybody who's definitely willing to support. The love and support for you to start, and then once you find that, then you can find other people. Because I've had dozens of people that come and ask, like, "Oh, you're hiring yet?" Like, well, eventually we will. Once you get on the feet. So, but yeah. Also, it's there's a couple pointers on Shark Tank. Don't pay yourself right away. You need to have some. You definitely have to have some capital money saved up. You don't want to go right out the gate like, "Oh, I deserve my salary right now." Like, no, you need to just put it right back in the business and find out, get yourself a nice foundation before you start just going to get stuff. Like, because on that note, the reward itself, I mean, people come in, they're blown away. They're like, "Wow, this is such a good idea," and just that, the satisfaction from that is nice. Just to see people like smiling faces, is reward enough for me, and they're happy to enjoy the food. They're happy they're here. It's just a good thing. So, yeah, and again, if that doesn't sound, enticing, then you might want to wait or just stick with what you're doing. So future plans for the Magic Bean. Like I said, probably a couple weeks ago, I made it full time, expand the hours of lunch, going to expand some items in the menu. Also branch out as a matter of fact, I'm working on doing a coffee bar for a wedding again in a month. So basically hosting all my espresso drinks there. I'm not really sure about catering. I really just put the coffee bar in there. Pretty soon I'm basically gonna host parties here, like work on a reservation system, like rent out the cafe. So I'm just kind of see where it goes from there and basically see how popular it is. I mean, it'd be great to just one day see more Magic Bean cafes, you know, around different towns than that, you know, but we're gonna still gotta do baby steps first. So, but yeah, it's been wild. So I never even thought it'd grow this quickly. It just, like I said, it started out as a side gig, just something to do after work, because I just wanted to do it, and I knew it was just a market that wasn't tapped in, and I'm the service I wanted to provide, and it's just been very successful in the beginning, and I just want to keep it going. So, thank you. And above all, I want to thank all my patrons that come here, the gameplay group that comes. I have regulars that come and just hang out, drink coffee, play games. Of course, new people from out of town, people in town. The Chamber of Commerce is a big help. They've helped me like with hosting wine walks, hosting different events here, basically just to help get people in the door here. And last but not least, I definitely want to thank my sister Teresa, my brother-in-law Jason, and my girlfriend Jessica, and of course my mother too. She helped me a lot too.